Hey everyone, it's Jack. I am back. I am so sorry for being gone for so long. Sickness, school, trips, they've gotten in the way of me being able to create, but I am finally back and I'm here to make some great videos. The Lip Sync Lollapalooza for season 16 just happened, and as of right now, it is the highest rated episode of the franchise. I thought it was a great episode, and I'm so glad they were able to utilize the Secret Celebrity Drag Race stage. Everyone really killed it this episode. It was definitely Megami's episode, but I'm so happy that Morphine won. Beforehand, I wasn't really sure who I was rooting for, but I had a feeling it was going to go to someone from Miami. I would like for them to do this every single season, but in probably a different form than a Lip Sync Lollapalooza, because we know how fast the novelty can fade with things like this. There being $50,000 up for grabs for the eliminated queens, I think that's an amazing thing. But something Drag Race does is try to recreate the magic of a really iconic moment, and this was for sure iconic. So for the next 5 seasons, we get these Lollapaloozas at the end of the season. Right now, yes, on paper that sounds great, but it could end up like the Lip Sync for the Crown. So maybe going every other season and maybe the other one being a talent show or something like that. I don't really have another suggestion, but I know that people can just get tired of a format like this really fast. For right now though, 10 out of 10, really great choice. I'm glad that people are really giving everyone their flowers. And I want to continue to do that talking about Morphine and the lip syncs of the season in general. One of my favorite lip syncs of the season was Body. I was in Vancouver at the time that the episode aired, and any person that I was hanging out with, I had to show them this lip sync because it's just so funny on paper. Morphine was so good in the lip sync, but just the fact that they gave the queen with the BBL a song called Body and expected the other person to have any fighting chance, I think that is so funny. So it got me thinking about other blowout lip syncs on Drag Race, because that is one of my favorite types of lip syncs. When you're watching a single performer the entire time they're on that stage, that really goes to show that they're killing a performance, because there's a whole nother person up there that you could be focusing on. I'm gonna give you my top 10 lip syncs that were complete blowouts on Drag Race. This is all my opinion. There are definitely a lot of other lip syncs that could be considered for this list, but these are the 10 that just come to mind the most to me. Make sure you like and subscribe. I am like 400 away from 100K, which is insane. Thank you so much. I'm slowly but surely working on my really big project. I don't think it's going to be out for a little while just because of school, but summertime, that's when I'm going to hit the gas and really commit to it. Anyways, without further ado, let's talk about the top 10 blowout lip... Do you guys hear something coming? Pangina Heels versus Janie JK is such a fun lip sync. I made a tweet a little while ago talking about this lip sync, and another one that will appear later on the list, talking about how winning the lip sync was using the All-Stars format to its fullest potential. Pangina was one of the queens to go all out in her lip sync in order to get the choice at the end of who to eliminate. And go all out she did. She was dressed like Pikachu, she was whacking any chance she could. At one point she was on her head, and then she lost her balance and fell, and then started whipping her hair around. Then she had confetti, and then Janie was over there doing dance instructor moves. If there were any lip sync song to do these types of moves to, it would be Vengabus, but still, up against Pangina, none of these moves could cut it. I don't think we've seen a ball of pure energy as big as Pangina, just kind of doing anything she could to secure that win. And being a ball of energy and dressing like Pikachu, it all makes sense. Number 9, if we're talking about the lip syncs that really started to get the conversation going about lip sync blowouts, I just have 3 simple words for you. Charlie, let's go! Whether Charlie Hides had a broken rib or food poisoning that day, or was trying to simulate completion, or she was doing her best interpretive work of the song's title, I Wanna Go, or she's just not a lip syncer because in her home country, they don't lip sync as much as they do live sing. All of these reasons were valid, but she was going up against Trinity the Tuck, who really mastered this song. This was her first time actually getting to see Trinity perform, and she did a lot of her iconic moves right off the bat. Her hair flip into lying down on the ground, her forward tuck, the thing that she does where she starts to grasp at the air, and of course, her famous butt shake. I think Trinity's had a lot of really great lip syncs on the show. She's lip synced almost more than anyone else, but even coming back to this first one, it is still one of my favorites. There's just something about the way that she performs that's really good for TV. A lot of the moves that she does are just perfect for camera, and it's not a shock that they make her lip sync so much on the show. Charlie is the first and honestly only example on this list of a queen who just gave up during the lip sync. I could have put a lip sync like Sister Sister versus Ginny Lemon on here where Ginny just like walked out, but I don't think that would have been very interesting. But if we're talking about the twinners who do moves that are perfect for TV, For this list, I think that Janie and Dusty give the most run for their money for their lip sync opponents, but when you watch these lip syncs back, you watch for Pangina and you watch for Monet Exchange's insane performance here. Monet's fake out jump is just the epitome of winking at the camera. It is so tongue-in-cheek, so hilarious, and it honestly only gets better with the fact that she did a jump split later in the song. A while ago, I called Monet the best lip syncer to come out of Drag Race, and I think I stand by that in a lot of ways. She's probably the best TV-made lip syncer, if that makes sense. The moves that she does, the little tricks that she pulls out, it is just so perfect for the camera. And like I said, Dusty gave it her all. She was really jumping to the beat and going crazy. She was hitting every line. Monet was just hitting it harder. And just like with Trinity, this was our first introduction of what Monet could do on the show. And it was so good that even RuPaul had to point it out.
For the ladies watching from the back, that is what we call a lip sync for your life.
But now that we just talked about how great a performer Monet is, let's talk about a time that she got completely blown out.
I am not even watching anybody other than Naomi Smalls.
And honestly, let's just extend it because y'all know how much I love her. Anytime Naomi Smalls hits that stage for a lip sync, she has completely blown out her opponent. Gia definitely gave a fighting chance, let me say that. But any lip sync that Naomi is in, you're recalling the lip sync as a lip sync that Naomi destroyed. I've already done 2 full videos talking about her lip sync versus Acid and her lip sync versus Monet. Both of them have led to such monumental moments in Drag Race history, and I highly suggest checking those videos out. Naomi commands the stage in such a captivating way. And I still think back to her first time lip syncing with Acid, the expectations for her to be a performer in this lip sync were not there. But she proved every single person wrong that day and was able to do it again in All Stars 4 in 2 more lip syncs. When you have Latrice Royale, another amazing lip syncer in her own right, we'll say an honorable mention to her lip sync versus Kenya. When you have Latrice saying that she is only watching you on that stage, you know you're doing something right. This is the second lip sync from the tweet earlier where I was talking about a queen was fighting to eliminate someone as opposed to fighting for the win in the tip. Naomi really wanted to send someone home, and even if Monet had the exact same lipstick chosen too, Naomi was the one to really fight for it, and that's what created the blowout. I think a lip sync that's fallen by the wayside but is still one of my favorite lip syncs and is honestly a little underrated at this point would be Trinity K. Bonet versus Milk and What a Man. Since I watched season 6, this lip sync has always stuck with me, and it's all because of Trinity. There's something just so funny to me about giving a lip sync to a queen that is so up one of the queen's alleys while the other queen just has to kind of do what she can. They tried to make it sound even with the confessionals, but just watching Trinity perform is so mesmerizing. Trinity to me was easily the assassin of season 6, and I'm honestly really upset that she never came back as an assassin on All Stars. On All Stars 6, her performances and lip syncs were pretty good. She was just unfortunately overshadowed by both Alexis Mateo and Laganja. But she can really mold herself to any song that she performs to. But the way she moves her body, especially in the What a Man lip sync, she speeds up at the right time, she slows down. I'm saying it is just so underrated. If Trinity versus Milk has started to become a little less popular over time, let's talk about a lip sync that has become more and more popular as the years go on. When Morphine mimed the shotgun right at the end of the Lollapalooza, everyone thought of the exact same thing.
Drive me crazy.
Peppermint versus Cynthia has become such a classic lip sync in the fandom over time. I'm noticing a trend that lip sync assassins' first lip syncs are appearing on this list, and Peppermint is no exception to that rule. It makes sense because it's our introduction to them as a performer, and it's often the performance that we're just going to stick to because it's the first time that we really saw them blow another person out. In this lip sync to Music by Madonna, every single move that Peppermint does is more iconic than the last. They were already dying at her just doing the robot, and I feel like she took that energy and just played along with it, stacking it with iconic move after iconic move, and you really got to give it up to her miming the shotgun. Few things have stuck with me from the show more. There are few performers from the show that are as consistent as Peppermint, and I really miss her on screen in this form. I was so happy to see her on The Traitors. Justice for Peppermint, she deserves to be back on season 3, but I really just want to see her lip sync in front of Rue again. But for right now, I'll watch her do the robot and I'll enjoy every second of it. Let's hop across the pond really quick and talk about Vanity versus Scarlett. If I'm ever feeling burnt out with a show to any extent, I can turn this lip sync on and enjoy every second of it, and honestly, it re-energizes a lot of what I love. A performer in their element, a really iconic song, everyone in the room matching the energy. I just want to inject this lip sync directly into my veins. I think Scarlett did a good job in this lip sync, but it's just hard to focus on anyone else but Vanity. The spins, the splits, the way that Alicia is hyping Vanity up, it is incredible. I still remember to this day getting 2 of the weakest episodes of the UK franchise. A lot of people were writing off UK3, and they still kind of do. But this Fugly Beauty Pageant episode was really great, and it's capped off with, of course, this lip sync. I can never listen to this song now without thinking of Vanity. When I saw the cinematic masterpiece that was Madam Web, this song popped up, and immediately my brain shot to Vanity and Vanity only. But let's hop back to a queen's introduction as a lip sync assassin. If there's a move that could rival Peppermint's shotgun, it would be Denali's throat slice. We already saw Denali perform in the first couple episodes, and we knew that she was a great lip syncer, but we didn't know how far she could go. Granted, yes, Kimura was in the heaviest of all heavy gowns, one of the best runways of the season, but that's besides the point. But I don't really think it mattered because Denali was going all out. Like with Peppermint, every single move was more iconic than the last. The clock, her doing the little home movement, like I said, the throat slice. I have this lip sync memorized because I've watched it so much. And I really wish we got more songs like this on Drag Race. We don't need more TikTok songs, honestly. At most 1, but when we got like 3 on season 16, nope, too much. This lip sync is the second most viewed on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel, right behind Starships, and I feel like it was one of the first to really take advantage of the fact that the lip syncs were getting posted on YouTube. I remember it got to 1 million views in a really short amount of time, and that was a sign that Drag Race was really booming. This lip sync just really stuck with the people, and it's for a good reason. At number 2, it's Chi Chi DeVayne versus Thorgy Thor. I always try to toe the line when I talk about Chi Chi because I never want to do it for too long just out of respect, but of course I do want to give her proper praise when she gives just a phenomenal performance that makes me cry. 100 times later, I still get goosebumps from this performance. I've never seen a queen believe the words that they are saying more than Chi Chi did in this lip sync, and it makes so much sense because it's talking about not going anywhere in the competition. The emotion, the physicality of everything that she does, it translates so well, and I just get chills. And it all leads to the wardrobe malfunction that only adds to her performance. She was such an incredible entertainer, and I'm glad that still to this day we can give her the praise that she deserves. Rest in peace, Chi Chi. And to end on a lighter note,
actually, you did do a cartwheel.
I know, shut up. I was literally thinking about that. I'm like, don't you dare.
Because you waved. First you waved, and then you did and then you waved.
No, I think shut up.
This will be an everlasting love.
Coming in at number 1, we have This Will Be with Dita Ritz. Is anyone surprised? This is one of the best lip syncs of all time. And if we're talking about the concept of blowout lip syncs, I feel like this is the first one that comes to a lot of people's minds. It's what I want to call an evergreen performance. It's something that you can never get tired of. The way that she embodies the song with the energy and the movement, the fact that Natalie Cole, the singer of the song, is sitting right there and gives her all the praise in the world. It's again another queen's first time showcasing her performance skills on the show, and I am still upset and shocked that Dita hasn't been asked back yet. I love this lip sync because it almost came out of nowhere. It was like episode 3 or 4, and that's really how you know that it's transcended anything to do with the show. I remember this lip sync, but it's so hard for me to remember anything else about the episode. But honestly, who cares? This could have been part of the worst episode of the show, and it would automatically be bumped up several points, all because of this lip sync. It's truly a timeless performance, and I think it's something that everyone needs to watch if they're trying to get into Drag Race. So that is my list of the top 10 blowout lip syncs. Let me know if I forgot anything. I probably did. There's a lot of lip syncs out there that I think could go in this top 10. And I'm happy that all the way into season 16, there's still sometimes performances that happen this way. Even performances on the show are amazing. I think it's what we should hope for as viewers on the show. But every once in a while, when a queen absolutely dominates and makes a lip sync their own, that's really great to see as well. Anyways, I'm gonna go watch all of these lip syncs for the millionth time. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I am so close to 100K. I promise I'm gonna try and not disappear again, and I will see you soon with another video.